The tanning bed scene from Final Destination 3 has got to be the only scene in the franchise that still disturbs me to this day. In honor of Final Destination Bloodlines coming out yesterday, after 14 to 15 years, I feel like I gotta talk about Final Destination. Final Destination is one of my favorite franchises ever growing up as a kid. Like, every movie hits my childhood. Every movie hits nostalgia. And seeing Final Destination Bloodlines last night in IMAX for the first time, yeah. I was like, I gotta talk about this, you know? Today is the best day to talk about this. Why hold it off to summer? Talk about this right now. I love these movies, and I still do to this day. I remember when I was a kid, I used to say that these movies were based... I used to say that these movies were based on a true story because I used to think of it as some malevolent evil spirit, you know, tracking down these people and, you know, taking them off the earth and stuff. I don't know. I used to say a lot of random shit as a kid, but I really appreciate this movie, and I'm so happy that we got a movie at this time after all these years when the world changed so much. I don't know if you're gonna hear it, but in the background, my mom is playing music in the basement, so on the loudspeaker, so you might hear the music in the background. It's kind of bringing back childhood vibes because the music that she's playing is the stuff that I grew up on while watching these movies. Final Destination, SpongeBob, that's what I put on the shirt, and it's sunny. All of it is just like going back to like, 10, 11 years ago. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Well, in honor of, Bloodlines coming out yesterday, there will be minor spoilers up ahead. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, stop, save to later, come back, like, share, subscribe, and then you go sit and then watch the rest of the video. I kind of want to do like a tribute to the whole franchise. So the way I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this video. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna name the most brutal scenes from every movie, and then I'm gonna do top 5 brutal scenes out the whole franchise, like the top 5, including Bloodlines that just dropped. And then I'm gonna do top 5 favorite, like the most iconic that I think, the most like, the one that feels the most weighty based on the movie title, based on the year it came out, based on the vibes that I feel, based on how I feel about it, even when I first saw this as a kid. First things first, before we continue with the rest of the video, do y'all know why that scene disturbs me so much? I'm very, very claustrophobic to the point I don't even like being in elevators. Like, even when I remember, going to the hospital for Family Matters, I couldn't even be in the elevator, and it was like 7 of us in the elevator, and I was tweaking. I was to the corner like these. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very terrified. I'm claustrophobic. I can't even get my hair washed to wash my dreads. I can't wash my hair in the sink. I start tweaking out. I'm like, I gotta do it myself at least. I can't put my head in the tub. I don't know. Washing my hair is a pain in the ass, but I'm very claustrophobic. Even as a kid, I never played hide and seek under the bed. When I used to hide in corners where I could move out of, but I never hid under the bed like other people did in my family. I'm very, very claustrophobic, so this scene is very terrifying to me. And it's heat too. It's claustrophobic with fire. I don't even want to go to concerts. Like, I'm scared of concerts. If I'm gonna go to a concert, I need VIP section. I need to be away from everybody. Like, at Rolling Loud, and at Rolling Loud, there's a section in the middle where you could be by yourself, that's VIP, and then everybody else is around you. I could work with that. I just can't be in a crowd with people. That's how bad it is. A lot of people is terrified of spiders. A lot of people have thalassophobia. A lot of people are scared of outer space. I'm kind of scared of giant things. I don't like giant statues too. Statues and giant, get that shit away from me. And something about it is weird to me. But I am very claustrophobic. Like, I hate having to scoot by people, even at the movie theaters. I hate having to try to scoot by a group of people. It's something about human beings in tight spaces. I can't mess with it. For the first Final Destination movie, there's no way. It gotta be these. His was insane and hers was insane. It gotta be them. For Final Destination Part 2, when I was a kid, his kind of like messed with me when I was a kid. I was like, I was creeped out. And definitely hers. Hers creeped the shit because I'm claustrophobic. So that scene did it. These two gotta be the most. These two is crazy. I think that's it for that movie. I might be missing it. I haven't watched Final Destinations in a minute. So Bloodlines was literally the last one that I watched in like a long time, in years. For Final Destination 3, oh, it's them. It's all of them. These, yo, I feel like every death in this movie was insane. I could literally put the whole cast. They took the cake. Nothing beats them. For Final Destination 4, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. I want to say him. I really just want to say him because I also don't like water. I had a couple moments in the pool where I was kind of tweaking out because I was thinking about this scene, but it got to be him. I think he took the cake for this movie. The rest of the death scenes in this movie, they don't really hit that hard for me. I used to love Final Destination 4 when I was a kid, but growing up, I kind of like not really wasn't feeling it that much anymore, but I used to as a kid. For Final Destination Part 5, it's them. Come on, who else would it be? Come on. Have you seen her passing? Have you seen his and have you seen her with the eyeball? Nah. This took the cake. For Final Destination Bloodlines, is him. This dude, boy, it is him and it's her. These two, like I said, I'm claustrophobic. Both of these scenes tweaked me out when I was in the theaters. I was actually in the theaters uncomfortable. I was like, what the fuck? Like y'all should see my facial expressions because his passing is crazy. Hers, boy, I thought she was about to get saved and then the thing, I was like, oh my God, no, that's a new trauma. I never even thought of that. What the hell? I knew that magnetic scene was about to be deadly because I remember in Terminator Genesis, when they turned on that machine, it pulled the Terminators to the machine because they're metal. So I knew they was about to utilize the shit out of that, and they didn't prove me wrong. Ooh. I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna be hard to do. This is gonna be hard to choose from. Top 5 most brutal out of the entire franchise, including Bloodlines. I'm gonna do top 5 of that in no particular order. But from what I think is the most painful way to go, the most craziest, insane way to go, this is gonna be a little crazy. I'm gonna try to figure this out though. So in no particular order, I'm gonna go him. This is bold, man. I told you in the theaters, this one had me tweaking. This was crazy. Definitely him too from Final Destination 3. I think Final Destination 3 has some of the most craziest ways to go. Her. She has to be probably number 1. If I was to order this would have to be the worst way to go. Candace in Final Destination 5, you don't want this. And then him. Oh my God. Him. This takes the cake. And then them. I'm claustrophobic. This terrifies me. I don't think I could watch this scene ever again. They took the cake. That's it. That's the worst one for me. But if it's not the engine scene, the gym scene, Candace on the gymnastics, I think gymnastics might be realistically the worst way to go for anything. Cause your neck, your spine, everything just. And then the tandem bed, coffin, claustrophobia, and it's hot with the Golden song. Not gonna lie, when I was a kid, I kind of was like a little scared of this song. But as I grew older, I was like, wait, this is the 70s. You know, I love the 70s. This is a banger. And as I grew older, I started loving that song. I added it to my playlist. I remember one time I put it on the stereo. I was bumping for like 2 hours straight. I just kept rewinding the song. I was just like, oh, I see what they talking about in Final Destination. I see what they feeling like. I was just, yo, that shit was but realistically, man, this shit crazy. Oh my God. I do like the premonition scenes, obviously. Those go hard. Every premonition scene go hard. Every one of them. If I had to choose a favorite scene, just for conversation, I'm a classic person. I'm gonna have to go him. Billy from Final Destination 1. It's something about his scene that hit. I don't know if it's because it hit at home in childhood. When I first saw it as a kid, I don't know. I laughed. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was even like, I was like, "Okay." I think I was smiling. I don't remember. You know, I would have to go Billy from Final Destination 1. I can't choose a favorite. That sounds crazy. Without me being biased, the last movie, Bloodlines, had some crazy ones. Like, it was lit. It sounded good too in IMAX. I like Bloodlines a lot, and I feel like I hope they come up with more. Even the end credits for Bloodlines was lit when they were talking about the penny went down the map from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s to the 2000s of all the people that was supposed to, die at that Seattle Tower. And it was just showing the dude on the motorcycle. That was crazy seeing that. I was like, what the fuck? That penny's a demon. What the hell? That penny was taking more people off the map than bullets were. Imagine if the next Final Destination was at a hip hop party or a hip hop concert. Imagine hip hopping, mosh pitting to like Uzi or Cardi or Travis. Imagine that shit. Astrofest in real life, 2021. That's a nightmare. But I'm into this. Imagine if we would have got a 3-hour Final Destination movie of just people just getting taken off the map differently. Like, that boy Death Don't Play, he was going after everybody differently. He was just like plotting. What I do have a favorite is Bae. Her. She's the most adorable girl that I've ever seen in my life, I think. She's like the roundest cheeks. She's like a cute, like a doll. I didn't want to see her get hurt in a way. I was like, nah. I feel like all the Final Destination movies with the females, like the female characters, they got some crazy scenes. Like, their movies go crazy versus the ones with the boys. The boy character, like, those go crazy too. I love Final Destination. Thank y'all for making this movie after like 100 years. A lot of people didn't live to make it to see this, but I did. I posted a meme on TikTok about Bloodlines when the piano had hit that badass kid. And the comment section is funny as hell. I love it when everybody just agree with one another. Bro, I got a notification saying that Final Destination commented on my video. I thought it was the real franchise. I was about to ask them to put me in the next movie. Like, come on. I was about to ask for some screen time, make me the main character, black with dreads. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a hip-hop Final Destination. Jamaican Final Destination. Come on, man. Why is, like, I thought, like, yo, bro, I actually like this movie. I think Bloodlines was amazing. This is one of my favorite movies of the year, next to Sinners. And I like horror this year. I can't wait for Conjuring. Oh my God. Especially when I think that it's the case that I'm thinking it's going to be about. I can't wait for Conjuring. Cinema been doing good this year. I ain't gonna lie. Cinema been hitting this year. We got bangers after bangers after bangers. I like this movie. I like Breck, the singer. I didn't realize that she was in so much other stuff when she was younger. You know what I'm saying? Final Destination puts out new actors, but she's kind of like more popular. Like her, Tony Todd. Like, yeah. Rip Tony Todd. That's my guy. Phone case. I think this movie was good for what it was. After 14 to 15 years, my boy on Instagram said it was okay. My boy from middle school back in like 2017, 2018, he was like, it's all right. I'm like, damn. I thought everyone was going to like it. I like the marketing for this movie too. The marketing for this movie is amazing. The deaths are crazy, creepy. I already told you the wheelchair death because I'm claustrophobic. And all the characters were cool. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that mom was Kate Laswell from Modern Warfare 2019. I knew she looked familiar and she sounded familiar. She's in some other stuff too. But I was like, okay. Breck was in some other stuff. Kate Laswell. And of course, my guy from the original Final Destination, Eminem. If you know, you know.
What's been up, man? How's your daughter?
I like this. I best for this movie. I thought people was gonna appreciate it like me, especially having it in IMAX. You know what I'm saying? They were bumping at the tower. They were dancing to Isley Brothers. You know what I'm saying? They were shimmying. It got a little quieter. It got a little quieter. It got a little quieter. Then it got a little louder. Then it got a little louder. Then everyone fell. Like, what we need to do is, I need to get a get together, right? I need to get a get together. Invite mad people, and we're gonna play Shout. We're gonna play it. Then I'm gonna wait for the part where it gets quiet, real quiet, real quiet. Then get louder, then louder, louder, then louder, then louder, and then you know what I'm saying, like mosh pitting out of to some bangers, like. But for real though, this movie was fire. I feel like the next fun destination is gonna be on a train. It has to be. It has to be on a train. There's no way. Either a train or a concert or a ship. I was thinking a restaurant too. I don't know why I was thinking of a restaurant. I don't know why I thought a restaurant. But it gotta be a train. I don't know. There's only so much that can happen on a ship, so train will be crazy. I'm terrified of all these. I'm kind of glad that I gave these all away a couple years ago. You know when you turn your loose change into dollars? I had so much loose change. We got like $90 back. Something like that. $90 or $200. Demon penny. You can't believe that, yo. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad we gave it away. I might give these away. What the hell?